We are on, boys.
We're gonna have to get after this fish,
Yes, he's pulling the boat.
Holy shit, dude.
The size of them in Cape Cod is ridiculous. It's like nothing you've ever felt before.
Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? Smell that? Tuna. Big size. Out to the right, 100% explosion.
See him?
Oh my God!
See him?
Sitting there telling me there's no drag.
Keep the pressure on him.
Where is it? I've got no idea.
Maddie, reverse hard, same as you are. Keep the rod down. Keep reversing, Maddie.
It's gonna be a mission. I think we've got like, what, 24 hours until we get there.
Yeah,
Oh, even more. 26 hours maybe.
yeah, it's a long flight.
Yeah.
The plan with America is to go and catch a massive bluefin tuna on Topwater and to make the best tuna film ever. That was the initial plan. To me, the whole thing of going and doing this massive trip is, like, I catch GTs all the time, all that kind of stuff, and they're regarded as to being like an epic topwater fish to catch, but a big bluefin on topwater is like the ultimate topwater fish, I'm pretty sure. The ultimate sports fish, the ultimate fight, and just the size of them in Cape Cod is ridiculous. So that's the ultimate goal. I think it's pretty well known now that flying is my nemesis in life.
How do you get out of here? This way.
I hate flying, it freaks me out. I have to go to the doctors before I go on a trip like this and get Valiums because I get like the sweaty hands and the tapping, and seatbelt sign comes on, I freak out. Turbulence, I freak out. I don't know why, I need to get hypnotized or something, but for some reason, just a big mental shit show for me.
How you feeling, Brooks?
I'm excited to be off the plane. That plane's Qantas, man.
How's the food?
Absolute dog shit. Touchdown. Didn't think we were going to make it a few times.
How's it here fly? You hate flying?
I hate flying. Mix of beers, Valium and coffee over the last 24 hours has got me feeling pretty weird. But we're here. Hopefully our bags are here. Well, we've had a bit on. Americans are obviously pretty psycho with the security stuff, and Godfrey tends to push the limits with his filming. Tried to whip the camera out through like LAX international zone. Didn't go so well. So I've had to put the camera away. The camera's only just kind of coming out here in Boston, which is fine. But some funny stuff happened. Probably should give a shout out to our new mate, the cowboy. We met a young bloke who's got a college scholarship.
So 5 years ago, a bit over 5 years ago, I went to Cape Cod. I was speaking with Jason from Siren Lures for years on and off and using some of his lures over here. And he invited me to come over and have a little taste of what was to offer over there with another guy, Matt Paracchio, who's a charter captain over there. And we did the trip 5 years ago and it was mental. Tough fishing. We persisted on Topwater for like 3 or 4 days, and then a hurricane was bearing down on us, and that left me with a bit of unfinished business for this trip, and which is ultimately the reason why we went back.
G'day, boys. Oh, nice to see you. How are you, brother?
Mate, nice to see you, eh?
See you a long time.
Welcome to Boston, man. Benny, how are you, man? Welcome to Boston.
We're here, eh?
Yeah. Hey guys, Jason Ward, originally from New Zealand, living here in Duxbury, Massachusetts now.
One of the best things about doing this trip is going to his workshop and pilfering all the good stuff. You wait until you see it. It's nuts. All right, let's roll.
Yeah, this is a pretty amazing place to live here, especially through the summer. Winter's a little tough, but the way people live in this little part of the world reminds me a lot of the stuff that I love from New Zealand. Everybody's out on the water. My kids are sailing and driving Zodiacs around the bay. It's a really, really nice life here.
Any fishing trip, you don't really feel like you're fishing or you're on a fishing trip until you see the ocean, and it's nice just to have the salt breeze and to see the zone and see the water you're going to be fishing in.
Smell that? Tuna. Big size.
That whole area is just like the Jaws scene. Jaws was filmed just near where we were. Like the little wooden stake fences and the grass and the dunes and stuff. It's completely different to where we are here, but it's still beautiful.
I follow a guy on TikTok that's like a Cape Cod great white dude, and he reckons it's like the worst place on earth for great whites.
Yeah, more so than Dangerous Reef or South Africa, I think.
So we're not going to swim.
Sure.
The only reason I've ever gone there and done this fishing is because of Jason and because of what Jason does. And he makes siren lures, obviously.
Where are we, Brooks?
Very special treat here. Last time it was only just over there. We've expanded the operation a little bit here at Siren HQ. Come on in.
Come on in.
It's a pretty cool experience coming into this place where the magic happens.
Some of the magic happens in here. Some of the magic happens back there.
He sent me a bunch of lures years ago I used for GTs and mackerel and stuff over here. And his lures are widely regarded as being some of the best, most indestructible lures on the planet. You go into his workshop and you see the through wires made out of a solid stainless plate that's laser cut. You hold one of those lures in your hand, you feel like you could smash it with a hammer and it would still be fine. And they look incredible as well.
So all of our lures really start from me wanting to solve a problem on the water. It's been a scenario that I've encountered where they wouldn't eat this one day or that wasn't strong enough. So all of my designs really have revolved around how challenging this fishery is. We design our lures to solve a problem that we've encountered on the water. And the neat thing is to see that translates to different fish and different fisheries around the world.
We're on a wild goose chase here, picking up 4 pounds of scallops. Apparently we've got 20 pounds of lobsters waiting for us for dinner tonight as well, so the boys are really turning it on.
Just nice feels rocking up again after 5 years. And always have memories of the first time you do something or when you go there, and to rock up, it just refreshes in your brain. Sick to be back, seeing people that you've met before years ago, and the vibes are high when you arrive.
Wow.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Pull up, let's go get you in there.
Nope.
It's been 5 years since Brooksy was back here last, and we had some unfinished business to do, so the plan was to have a crack at it again here. Brooksy's here to get his arms stretched longer than they are already. He's in need of a big one, and hopefully we get one, eh?
Brooksy up very early this morning, wild couple of days, bit of jet lag. Woke up at about 12:30, forced myself to go back to sleep, up at 3:30, woke everybody up because I'm that keen, it's unbelievable. And I'm ready, look at me go. Everything's rigged. Hopefully we can kick the trip off with a fish first day, bang, no stress. Get the pressure off. Who knows what we're in for, but if you hook one of those big ones, I think we'll know about it, huh? The drag might be sizzling a little bit. Whether I can land them or not remains to be seen, because I'm a little stiff and I haven't been doing any squats. 0 gym time. Very lucky boy here. I got a fresh quiver, brand new Saltigas, brand new Zanax, new line on everything, and lots of sirens to throw, so. I've got all the gear. Again, no idea. I think I've caught 1 bluefin ever on spin, and it was about 15 centimeters long in Japan, so.
Oh, he's in shadow. Okay.
Yeah.
We're here. We're doing it. Finally doing it. Another boat's just headed out there. Hopefully they drive past our tuna. It just reminds me of the scenes of Jaws here. Everything looks like kind of Jawsy. And then there's a lot of great whites here as well, so hopefully we get a tuna though, no shark. You want a kayak for the day? Tow you behind?
This area has been on the bluefin's migratory path for a long time, and this area is one of their summer feeding grounds. It's only been the last 50 years where it was a prized food fish. Back in the 1970s it was considered to be dog food until the Japanese sushi market evolved and it became quite a prized catch.
This is what we want to use at some stage, the harpoon. Look at that thing, dude.
And for us now, it's really just become, in the last couple of decades, a fish that was targetable on spinning gear. Prior to that, you know, there was no light tackle that was capable of tackling these fish. So it's a pretty exciting fishery for the light tackle guy.
We're doing it! Woo! We are doing it! First day of fishing on any trip, you're just like frothing at the bit to get out there, and like you've built up all these thoughts in your head for months, weeks, years about what's going to happen. Like anything you see on the water, you're just like, what's that? Tuna, 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 tuna. And it's a dolphin, it's a sunfish, it's a whatever, you know. So like the vibes are very, very high initially. Like you're on, proper switched on, even though you haven't had any sleep for 2 days. It's like you're just flaring. Boat?
Yeah, they're playing the boat though.
No, to the left of them. There's a big pile sitting there. Oi, 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 oi. Out, wait, see the slick line? I don't know if it's more whales, but there's definite splashing out there. Haven't seen a confirmed tuna yet. The first one's going to be pretty exciting though. They're going pretty hard, whatever they are.
So one of the incredible things about this place is that we have a massive amount of bait, and that creates a bit of a feeding zone for these fish. But there's also sometimes too much bait. So we'll find that we can find the exact right scenario that we're looking for. There's bait here, the current's great, but the fish are over there because the current's great and there's a lot more bait over there. So it really presents some challenges, and it's definitely the run and gun style of fishing. In order to find what you're looking for, we got to cover a bit of ground. Doesn't always work out as planned, but...
Out to the right, 100% explosion, about 200 meters. One single explosion. They're definitely fish, man. Still going. Because we're seeing singular fish exploding on the surface pretty regularly, but we weren't getting the sustained feeding frenzy bust up going on with multiple fish smoking a bait school. Like we were just getting one random fish coming and exploding. So that makes it super, super difficult because that fish is exploded and it's gone. It's not a sustained thing. So for the first few days, we're fully chasing the ghost. You see that thing?
Yeah,
Oh, right here, bro, right
go,
here.
Johnny, let's go.
See that hole in the water?
Yeah. There's some of these fish are really big.
Good. It's like longtail fishing on steroids. Hard to believe, like the size. It looked like those whales we were seeing earlier when they break the surface. It's like that.
So casting for these tuna is undoubtedly one of the most exciting elements of the fishing game. We see them, we present a cast to them and get them to bite. But in order to do that, you know, you have to use tackle that casts really well. So the bread and butter of our casting for tuna happens here with spinning reels. And obviously there's some limitations to spinning gear. We have limited line capacity and we have a set gear ratio. Sometimes with a big tuna it's really nice to have a 2-speed gearbox in order to get a crank when they get stubborn down deep. And we also have a sort of an unknown drag quantity as well. Where you start your drag is not where you want to finish your drag. And you know, with a lever drag, you know exactly how much pressure you've got on the fish. With spinning gear, it's a little bit different. So there's often the guessing game, have I got what I want on it? You know, so knowing your tackle is really important there.
Tuna practice, buddy.
Come on, you flew all the way to the United States to get a blue shark.
Well, I'm actually frothing. I've never seen one before, let alone hooked one. There you go. He just wants to hide.
They're just a ton of weight.
You couldn't have asked to hook a shark in a better spot. Tail, single, side of the mouth. Look, it's beautiful, man. There we go, just released himself, perfect. There we go, boys. We're on the board.
So when we've got these fish doing what we want them to do, which is coming together in good numbers and feeding aggressively on bait fish, this run and gun style with casting gear and long casting lures is so effective and so much fun. But we need the fish to perform and do that. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
And again!
We'll be joining you.
All these trips, like big overseas trips, like there's pressure to catch the fish, to justify the trip and the money spent and all that kind of stuff. And after a few days of driving around what seems to be semi-aimlessly, you got to make a decision ultimately. Like if you're gonna put all your eggs in one basket and just persist with what you've been doing when it doesn't feel like it's on and we're not really seeing what we need to see. And on the other side of that, it's like if we persist and we catch one on Topwater that's 40 kilos, that's not what we're here for. Like I'm here to catch the biggest possible tuna and see like the craziest thing ever on a spinning reel. And so ultimately you got to make that decision. Do we change up what we're doing or do we stick with it? And the change up is putting out a livey. And the end thing on a livey, like you're fishing for a giant. Like you're fishing for one that's not 200 pound, you're fishing for one that's minimum 500 pound. And it's gonna flog the living daylights out of you. Even though it's not Topwater and it's not what we're there to do, and ultimately it's like, we gotta catch a fish. That's like, if we leave here without catching a fish or seeing a fish or being hooked up to a fish, that's a big, big failure. So you gotta make the decision, and I'm happy to make that decision to be bending.
Yeah, so when we're looking to live bait here, we're looking to fish a circle hook on just the right leader. It's a balancing act here with these fish. It needs to be very strong because they're big fish, but they're also very smart and line-shy fish. So we want to use a leader that's as light as possible while still giving us the best shot to land these fish. We're looking at 130 to 150 pound leader, and we're presenting either live mackerel or pogies underneath a balloon about 25 feet below for our floating line, and then we're going to vary the depth for the lines that we're going to present at a different depth depending on exactly where we are and what scenario is happening at the time.
Yeah, so we're just putting a fresh leader on, but we're going to go just a little bit heavier for a little bit of a bite leader here. So we're gonna add a 130 pound fluorocarbon bite leader on top of this here, and we're going to crimp the connections just for a few extra percentage points. So.
Imagine fighting into the night. Have you ever done that before?
Yes. Fight it right into the night. Can't see the line. And it gets much more difficult. But you're not cutting it off. Put the screws to it. Use it or lose it.
So live baiting is sort of the bipolar opposite to the run and gun casting game. So once you're all set and in the zone, it becomes a bit of a waiting game. Great to see some action and a little bit of life on the surface, but for the most part you're burning a hole through a balloon, staring at it, waiting for something to happen. But when it does happen, it's a really quick start.
You got the guns out? Holy shit.
Trying to tan him.
You got the guns out.
He jumped clean out of the water.
How big?
It was small, 60?
I'm more impressed about the guns.
No more dog fishing.
Right. There he is again. There's another one. Right here. I just saw him come up again. See him?
Oh my God.
See him?
That one was huge, bro.
Yeah, it was.
And there was a few tuna around the boat, like we saw them swimming past the boat, and the balloon just starts rattling. Oh, my balloon. Yeah, we're on, boys. We're on.
Wind tight, Johnny.
We're on.
Go.
Wind tight.
Hard.
Keep winding.
Reel that in. I got it.
We're on, boys.
Woo!
All right.
Holy shit, dude. We are on, boys. We're gonna have to get after this fish, man.
Yes. He's pulling the boat.
Holy shit, dude. Holy.
Clear.
And it takes off like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it's just on. Gonna need a belt.
Yeah.
I've never seen a real scream like that, and the amount of line a fish can take with no head shake, no movement, just heavy steam train weight, just going, I am out of here, catch you later. This is gonna take some angling here.
Okay, he's half spooled.
This is gonna really take some angling. Yeah, belt. Yeah. Dude! We're gonna have to get after him.
Yeah, go, Matty.
Go. It's like nothing you've ever felt before. Yeah, wall up. I'm just trying to focus here at the moment, just keep this tight, but man, we've just been doing it real tough. Haven't really had any shots casting. We've decided to put live baits out. We've been sitting here for probably 4 hours, and we just saw some, that's red hot. We just had a bunch of fish swim through past the back of the boat, and if this is the one I saw, we're gonna be here for quite some time. I've never had a fish take that much line before.
You ever had a fish do that?
What's that?
You ever had a fish do that?
Nah. I don't know what drag setting I'm on.
I know, we'll figure it out once we get tighter.
The reaction when you do get bit after a few slow days is massively relieving, but also that only lasts for a few seconds until you better start getting prepped up and ready for what's next.
Just gonna back off a little here because I don't want anything stupid to happen. Gonna go again here.
Yeah, the fight strategy on these big tuna, especially with light tackle, is really interesting. For me, the first thing I do personally is make sure that I'm controlling my own adrenaline dump and controlling my own emotions at the time, because you hook one of these big fish and you're in for a war for a while. So not hitting the wall and conserving your own energy is really important.
Lost the jacket, mate. What happened? Who got the jacket off?
Yeah, it's warm. Been hot. Oh, still got my trackies on. They're gonna have to come off as well at some stage, but man, we don't know how big this fish is yet, but I've got a lot of line on this 20,000 spool. My spool's still burning hot. Like, we could be here for quite some time, huh? Game plan, fight-wise, no idea from me. My mental state was just run with it and don't do anything stupid and keep the line tight and not go too heavy on the drag until we're like set, and double check everything with Jace.
This is all you got to do is just pace yourself at this point now.
Yeah,
You're never going to get the chance to sprint here, so it's all just about keeping yourself chilled, keeping yourself relaxed, keeping pressure on him.
Yeah.
Get a little more up and down on him.
Yeah.
We can come up. So as that spool fills up, we'll creep up a little bit once we get up on it.
Yeah. Doesn't like, I was just pulling on him a little bit and it woke him up again. Big fish, bro. What do?
You just chill. You're trying to rest. So everything mentally is about endurance right now. So.
Yeah, conserving energy.
Exactly. When he's running like this, that's your chance to just chill.
Let's take these pants off then when we get a chance.
Sounds like a great idea.
Don't say that very often when you're fighting a fish.
Let's do a wiggle on this side, wiggle on that side.
Get them off me.
Beautiful.
Smooth.
That was.
Get me Crocs back on.
Is he a good listener? Yeah, he's a great listener. He was on it, man. He was doing a great job.
The setup felt great. I was pretty confident. I felt good. Everything going good. Setup felt great. And then
Probably. Neutral, Matty. Neutral. Neutral.
yeah, that's flattening, isn't it? Halfway around the world. Fly for 10 minutes. Hop. Just took me pants off. I'm just hoping it's not curly. If it's curly, put some sinkers on me and chuck me in.
Yeah, when you're dealing with fish of this caliber, everything has to be 100% perfect. We broke the leader to hook connection on this one. I didn't see that connection get done, but I'll let Brooksy comment on that one, eh?
So got leader. Not curly. Clean break.
Boo.
How?
Boo.
How you looking?
It's not that tight. I don't know. What do you think?
I think bad things just happen, man. It just looks like it's popped at the hook.
I reckon it's hit at the thin diameter of like the little swivel on that hook, you know? Maybe.
There was no chafe gear on that?
No what?
They didn't put chafe gear on that one?
What's chafe gear?
Who's to blame?
Me. But those dumbasses should have told me. Brooksy, I don't know what chafe gear is, do you? I looked at that hook and I was like, this ring on this swivel looks real thin, but no one said anything about it, so I'm guessing it's fine.
On that swivel?
Tied direct.
Yeah, I tied straight onto it, yeah. That's heavy. Oh, well, at least we got a bite.
Gotta get another one, huh?
It's not all bad.
Gotta get another one. Bittersweet.
I was just getting settled in then too. But you live and you learn, don't you, from that? I'll take that one on the chin. That's got to be the most subdued fish loss anyone on my channel has ever seen, and that's probably the biggest fish I've ever hooked in my life. So let me go ponder it for a minute and swear while the camera's off.
So I've really been lucky to fish in a lot of different parts all over the world, and there's something very special about here. It's one of those ecosystems that's very seasonal dependent. So in winter it's really cold, but come summer it's really hot, and there's just this wave of a life that arrives here every spring. We get a lot of migratory bait fish and a lot of the migratory fish that follow it in. The striped bass arrive, the tuna arrive, and the whales arrive, and this whole ecosystem is all built around the bait that thrives here through summer. It's really a pretty amazing place. Yeah, so there's a well-established commercial rod and reel bluefin tuna fishery. Really interesting to note that as a commercial fish, most of the fish that supply the world's sushi markets are either caught by one guy on a rod and reel, or it's harpooned by one guy out the end of a turret, throwing a handheld harpoon at these fish. So it's really a neat species in that respect. There's a bit of an identity to each fish that you might be finding on your plate somewhere.
By day 5 or 6 or whatever it is, like, I'm pretty upfront with all, and like I say it how it is a lot of, like, most of the time, and you can see when the cracks are emerging in my mental state when I'm fishing. Back's against the wall here, Goblin. Final day. Woke up absolutely going through every possible scenario in my head. What if we don't? Like, the gutful comes on pretty easy. And as funny as seeing someone like Wardy, who's very cool, calm and collected, with everything in life, and it starts to unravel. As the day goes on and it gets to a point where it's like, bang, we've broken this dude. I think morale's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Considering.
Oh yeah.
We've got the most positive person on the planet, the human onion over here. We've been through it. Look at him. We've really been through it. Like, I don't think you really get to know your mates until you're 5 days into a tuna donut, you know? You really, like, you need to perk up because you're like the barometer here.
You're not breaking this one, not today.
And if you know, you've watched for a while, you know I'm a fan of quite a bit of shit talk, and the level of shit talk we've had has been extremely high. And I think we finally broke into Wardy's, like, inner sanctum yesterday afternoon. He was starting to lose the plot, and this is what I mean. This dude is like, it's starting to all just fall apart. The onion's just falling apart. That's one of the funniest things of the trip, is seeing like the downfall of Wardy's mental state. Going from like Mr. like,
Good luck.
It's all good, to like, we're in a bit of trouble here, boys. I don't know if I can handle this shit anymore. It's so funny. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Get us in the zone, Paracho. Let's have it. Oh no! Cut. That's what everyone goes through fishing, like even Godfrey. Like, works his ass off the entire trip, filming everything, continues to film everything, but he's like, beaten. We're all beaten. But that's fishing. It's a prick of a thing.
So we're in good stead. I think we just get these baits in the water and we just sit and wait and hope, and that's all we can do. Live baiting is a punish.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a punish. It's mind-numbing, flat out insanity, boredom, mental torture. But there is a bit that goes into it. The boys ran a bit of a train on the live bait collecting situation. The other boys had alcohol wipes out cleaning leaders. So there is a bit of stuff that goes into it. And definitely like a lot of technique stuff that goes into it. But once the bait's out and you're staring there watching a balloon for days on end, it is painful. Baits are in the water, that's the main thing. Could be any minute. Could be a retarded tuna that's lost. I think you've got to be confident at all times, but there's a stage where like you're 5 days in or 6 days in or whatever and you've had one bite and you're questioning everything. Have I made the right decision? Could I have done this? Like everything's playing through your head. But you can never really be checked out if you got a bait in the water, and that's the beauty of fishing. It's like if you got something in the water, you're fishing. As mentally fried as you want to be and as shit as you want to make it in your own head. You got a bait out there, mate, you're a chance. Look at this, that's how you jag them. 0 blood. We got a hot tip, Godwin, that there was 600-pound tuna. Jesus Christ. We got a bit going on here. 600-pound tuna busting up on the pogies, which are these bait fish that Brooksy just jagged with a treble, in the harbour, which is pretty exciting. Really gets Paracchio up and about. He just started zooming with a hot tip like that, so I guess we're going to put a live bait out in the harbour. This is where we got the fish last time, just over there. We dragged it up on the beach just over there, and if we can do 2 trips to Cape Cod and catch a fish in the last couple of hours of the trip, really mental. Like my idea of big tuna, it's like they're swimming out in the middle of the ocean, super deep water, off the edge of the shelf, and these giant fish are in 20 metres of water in a bay. That's the town. It's like a kilometre away. We're contemplating going for a beer run. Look, turn around that side. There's a beach right there. Yeah, 100 metres away.
People swimming.
Possible tuna attack on the beach. There's ferries, there's all kinds of shit going on everywhere, and there's just like these gigantic fish swimming around in 20 metres of water. It doesn't compute in your head. And you're sitting there and you're like, what the hell are we doing in here? And I knew from the last time going there, but even looking at Godfrey, he's sitting there going like, what are we doing? And then boom. Bro, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Bro! Still there, still there, still there. We're back, we're back, we're back. Please, infant baby. Coming at me. Coming at me, coming at me, coming at me. Running backwards to try and keep it tight. Wait, gotta clear it. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out.
What have we done, Brooksy? What?
Oh my God! Holy shish kebabs. How about it, fellas? Woo! Far out! Have you ever ever seen anything like that in your life? Paracchio! Belt, please.
Coming, buddy. Coming, buddy. I got it ready. I just need to search this, mate. You're good.
Oi. Stop. Oi. We gotta get after this a bit more. We're low, man.
I was happy to go on this trip and hook one fish and get spool. I just wanted to feel that happen. Like, it's not very often see a reel make a noise that I didn't even know it could, and see like panic when you're getting low. And I never expected that panic of getting low to be within the first 30 seconds. Like, speed, power, run is like nothing on earth. Jace, we need to,
We're following.
holy shit, man. Holy shit, yep. Yeah. Slow. Gaining.
Have you ever seen anything do that before?
Stay here. We're low on that spool.
It's going again.
Go. Right, we're running it down. Keep going. We'll get some line back on this reel, Johnny. So you can breathe again. Looking good, mate. Looking good, Johnny.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Paracchio, look at Paracchio back there.
You're gaining good line.
This is what we come here to do. See if we can land a proper giant bluefin tuna on a spinning setup. Let's just pray to whoever we need to pray to that things go all right here.
I think the drag's good where it is right now. Don't go up on it at all.
No,
eh?
I'm not at all. I'm used to fighting fish for 5 minutes. This is not gonna take 5 minutes. This could take 5 hours or 8 hours. We need a beer delivery. $40.
You're looking good, buddy.
Hey, Paracchio,
Yeah, buddy.
what are the chances, eh?
Right?
Right?
But do we live in the bottom of the ninth?
This one meant it. That rod goes down and the reel just howled and dumped most of the spinning reel in a few short seconds. It was unreal.
Yeah, let's stay up on this guy, yeah?
What a creature, man.
I think the first step here is we're going to do just what we're doing and get a little more line back on the spool. There's going to be more runs.
It's gonna be more runs.
There's going to be a lot more runs. So I'd like to get us back in a bit more of a safe zone in terms of having a bit more...
Like you're telling me it's gonna run like that again?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna run like that 3 or 4 or 5 more times.
And then the fight will start.
Holy shit.
Now we're gonna be in for quite a ride.
Are you joking? Yo!
Yeah, I'm watching.
That's going to happen a lot, buddy. It's going to happen a lot.
It's frightening.
Once you start getting that line back chasing after that fish, like the next thing I wasn't prepared for was like the 6 foot wide head shakes where it feels like something's broken, or like it's the scariest feeling ever because it's just going like that and it's just ridiculous.
What?
Yes,
We did.
Right, get comfy. Get comfy.
The run is so wild.
A spool a bit fuller, then we'll button up a little bit more.
Yeah.
This is a week's worth of work that we put in. And here we are.
All that work.
Back in gear.
All that work.
Johnny's a great angler. A lot of his experience is obviously with GT, and it's a totally different fight. With these tuna, endurance is key. It's especially of this size there. It's always going to take some time. So you really need to remember that wherever you think the finish line is, it's not quite there. So don't sprint, because you're going to fall short.
When it comes to show time, which will be once we get this fish up and down closer to the boat, we're going to need to go up just a little bit more on the drag and really put some pressure on it.
Yeah, back in gear a bit.
It's the unique thing about tuna over any other fish is that they'll keep an unyielding amount of pressure on you, and they'll never give up. So you do have to overpower them.
When someone that's caught these fish before says to you, like, we're in for the long haul, you're like, oh shit, like, what have I gotten myself into? The plan quickly was like to do short, regular shifts, like, and keep fresh. Like me and Wardy taking turns on the rod, like probably 20-minute shifts, just to keep fresh, not just physically, but mentally as well. If you can fight a fish like that on spin for 5 hours, like, good on you, you're a legend, because I don't know how you could do that. I just don't know how. I'm not the strongest dude on earth or anything like that, but I don't know why you'd want to do that, and I don't know how you could actually do that. Physically, it's ridiculous. Wardy's just makes it look a bit easier than old Brooksy, doesn't he? Wardy's hooked big fish on like casting tackles, like big tuna, and has fought them for 4 hours plus, and has had them to the boat and had bad things happen at the boat, leader breaks and stuff. So he's an animal, an absolute animal when it comes to fighting these fish and just soaking up what you see in front of you and watching. I'm trying to just learn on the fly by watching what he's doing and watching how the fish reacts to what he's doing. Bit of a puff on Mr. Ward there.
Yeah, he does get tired.
I'm glad that I wasn't the only one.
Look, he's human.
Johnny, if you want a little more drag, you can go up a click or two, huh?
Gone up 2 clicks.
All right.
Coming up. Coming at me. Going right again. Wind on here. I can see it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you see the size of that thing? What the?
Johnny, keep doing exactly what you're doing,
Yeah,
buddy.
bro.
You look great.
Thank you.
The aim here is, Johnny, that we're going to look to get a lip gap in him and control him both sides. Be able to take the hook out and give him a nice release. The finish line is not where you think it is.
Oh, I've just realised that. I had a sneaky suspicion that would be the case. So I was asking if Pistachio was secretly going to harpoon him.
Super cool, nice look at him, huh?
We had the fish up to the leader several times. Huge fish, great to get a good look at it, but just because it's 15 feet away, the fight's not over. And what's particularly difficult here is that this fish was destined for release, and in order to take a fish of that size and have it completely under control without using a gaff or a harpoon presents another element to the challenge.
I can't believe that things like this swim around in the ocean. Coming right up. Thoughts on just another click there, Wardy, or you think it's fine?
Think we're fine, Johnny?
All right.
Did you make him mad while I was gone?
Yeah. Woo! Did you see it?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like that round.
Standing by, Matt. Standing by. Lead up.
Oh yeah, there he
Do
is.
you want to belt up?
Wow.
Neutral.
Roger.
And you're learning fast, mate. You've got plenty of time to perfect your technique right
Yeah.
now. That's perfect, Johnny. Stay chill like that. Good. Johnny, just chill. Very nice. This might see this turn into a little bit more up and down after this, Johnny.
Yep.
Okay?
Right on the bow. Coming at me. Coming left, coming left. Right here.
Nice, Johnny.
He's right here.
Hold him right there.
Right here. He's going to roll up here. Got free. He's going to roll up.
There he is.
Oh my God.
Johnny, don't sprint.
No,
You're
no, no.
miles away.
Yeah, roger. That is when it really pays to have that on the boat. Did you hear him? Don't sprint. Because I was like, yeah, I got you. I think by this stage we've been towed like 7 miles. We're over 4 hours in, the sun's setting, it's our last day. And just the fact that it happened like that, I was like, in my brain, I'm supremely confident. There was never a doubt in my mind from the moment we hooked up. So 4.5 hours in, I was like, this fish is toast. Like, this is like meant to be, that it's happened in the same way as the first trip. Like it's happening, we got this thing. Like there's nothing that can stop us getting this fish. Oh yeah, we see him.
Just a touch.
There he is. Look at the color.
Careful. Careful.
Just rolled over, so he might get a bit funny here.
Oh
Just rolling
my.
over.
Oh
Watching
my
him.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's under his. Oh, it's over his fin. What do you need here, Wardy?
Nothing.
Jay, hold him. Perfectly.
Oh my goodness. Wardy, you've just.
Head up, head up.
No, he's down, he's down, he's down.
Just holding him. You're good, Matt. You're good. You're good, Matt. Easy, easy, buddy. Easy, easy. That's perfect, Matt. We're holding him here.
Yep.
That was great.
You never see anything like that in your life. And when it comes up beside the boat, rolls, and it's just like, it's insanity.
When she's in that big circle, we know one circle's going to come under the boat.
Yeah,
You got to hold,
yeah.
and hopefully she comes back out. But she dug in, and
On any other day of the week, or like the day before, or the day before that, that fight is coming to an end pretty quickly there, because that harpoon's going into that fish and we're getting places. This day is a closed day for taking fish over 72 inches. Why would you put yourself through this?
yep.
Where is he?
He's under.
Where is he?
He's under.
What should
You're
I
gonna have
do?
to reverse hard
Revo hard.
that way.
Keep revoing. We're coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the unknown quantities here is that exactly how much drag do I have on this fish? How much do we really have on it? You're always sort of second guessing yourself here, but got a lot of pressure on this fish.
Oh my God.
Coming around, Brooksy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Dip the rod.
Where is it? Where is it, Jay? Where is it?
I've got no idea.
Maddie, reverse hard, same as you are. Keep the rod down. Keep reversing, Maddie. We're out.
My foot. What the f? That was real close to disaster. It's the end game. Like, this is it. Like, it's there. Leader in the guides. You get a pump, he takes a few clicks. You get a pump, he takes a few clicks, and it's right there. You can see the fish. It's right there. It's your dream. It's right there.
Good. Hold.
What happened?
Line broke on the roller. And like that, it's gone.
On the line roller?
Yeah. That just happened? I don't actually give a fuck. That was awesome.
Boys, that was insane.
Oh my God. That just happened? Many thoughts here right now, but the reality is he won. But if it wasn't close day, mate, that harpoon was in him 10 times. So
The line is so twisted
yeah,
from fighting so long.
yeah. I was thinking that when I kept seeing the line twist.
Well, we looked at it, Johnny, and the line broke right on the roller.
Yeah, too much pressure.
Right.
Oh my God, feel the drag, dude.
Plenty.
Is it locked?
That's more than GT drag.
You know, every time a spinning reel, a fish takes a long run, pulls it,
pretty hard, huh?
pulls it out with no twist, and then you wind it back on with twist, and that all adds up, especially towards the, you know, the bitter end down towards the leader, and just so much added twist in the line, I think, is a big factor in that. The main line broke right at the reel. We made no mistakes. We did a great job.
There's a couple of mistakes. I was nearly in water a minute ago. I can't believe we just lost that
Often
fish.
trips, really falls.
I thought we had it.
I thought we had it too.
Yeah, it's obviously devastating to lose the fish like this, especially after having fought it for so long and getting intimately acquainted with it. But there's something about it that isn't so bad. You spend that much time duking it out with a fish and you have a respect for it. You know, over 4 hours of fighting with this fish, but the fact that it wasn't so painful at the end, kind of weird, but kind of cool.
On the way in the boat, like, bunch of dudes that all fish a lot, sitting there and no one's like pissed off and throwing their toys out of the pram and swearing. It's just like, that's fishing. And that's a cool thing to take away from it. You know, it's like you travel across the world and hang out with like a bunch of dudes and have the sickest time ever, and the worst case scenario happens and everyone's still having a beer and a laugh and is stoked. It's that's what it's about. And you got to understand that fishing is fishing at the end of the day, and you're never going to get them all.